Here we go, August the 12th, 2024 on this Gregorian calendar. I am recording this video at 8:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the last 24 hours on regarding our sun, the dome, the magnetic field dome, the shield that supposedly protects us from solar radiation, harmful solar radiation, gamma radiation, ultraviolet light. This is the last 24 hours of our sun, the dome, and the planet interactions with one another. And looking at the last 24 hours, my people, look at the dome as it is being chewed away. Look at how it's being pressed down to your upper atmosphere. This is why airplanes are having trouble. Just so that you know, this is why they are having trouble and flying even more low now. And this is dangerous because let me tell you something. Airplanes, they supposed to be moving at a speed that whereas though if something was to go wrong, engine failure, they would still be gliding across the sky. They're not gliding no more. They're just dropping out the sky. That should tell you something, my people. That should literally tell you something, that they're just dropping from the sky. So looking at this right here, the last 24 hours, you can see the reasoning on why the people in the solar radiation reporting community do not use this instrument. It's not like they don't see this. It's not like they're not witnessing this. And it's not like they're not having a group conversation amongst themselves about this right here. They just don't use it because one, I'm using it in the way that I'm explaining it it debunks them using cognitive dissonance and stating that, oh, we're just focused on the weather anomalies. We all need to stick together. It's love. You know, I can't believe this is happening. We gotta get ready for the rapture. Jesus is coming. See, this what I'm talking about debunks all of that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't allow them to live in their cognitive dissonance. I don't allow them to live in their psychopathic world. I don't allow that to happen. So right here, Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side. So the sun would be over here. And look at the energy impacting on the shield. Look at the energy impacting on the shield. Look at the nighttime side. This is the nighttime side. Look at the energy impacting on the planet from the nighttime. This is hitting the shield, the dome. And this energy right here is directly interacting directly with the planet. Directly. Nothing is stopping this energy right here on the nighttime side of the planet from coming to the planet. Nothing. Nothing at all. So the sun is over here sending these cosmic particles, and whatever's back here sending these cosmic particles, they connected with one another. The sun and this thing connected with one another and is literally charging up Mother Earth. Literally charging Mother Earth up. Not to mention, you can see the square. The square is even more definitive now. The square is even more definitive now. More definitive. Not to mention a crop circle that showed that Earth is being pulled into a square, circle, whatever you want to call it, in between four gas giants. That's why I call it Red October. October, the middle of October into November, there will be significant changes on this planet, and they know this, my people. This is you really think, just think about this going on right now. Benjamin Netanyahu is dropping bombs and missiles on schools, my people. You have 18 million illegal people here in this planet, in the United States. And I don't call them illegals. You understand? That's what America want to do. But I'm just giving an example. You have 18 million people, supposedly undocumented people here in the United States. You got Benjamin Netanyahu literally dropping bombs on schools. Let me tell you how sick this is. Right? It can be a gathering of 25 people. And and their surveillance from the sky looking down and say, okay, this look like a malicious group right here. Or if it's not a malicious group, it's at least 2 or 3 people in there that work for Hamas. So we need to get them because those is his top generals. So they'll drop a bomb right there, no matter 25, 50 people, children, schools, hospitals, they'll drop a bomb right there, supposedly to kill 2 Hamas leaders and kill all those people in the process. This is genocide, you understand? And you can convince a species that cannot think for themselves to commit genocide in the act of what you would call terrorism and freedom, justice, democracy. You can get them to do this, my people. And this is what's happening. And what's going to happen now? You're creating more violent people, more angry people, because now you're just killing women and children. How much more longer you think this is literally going to go on? Y'all really need to think about this. And I'm not talking about my people. I'm talking about the other people. You understand? The complex cell. You really need to think about this. So now, if I'm looking at this right here, let's just go. Matter of fact, let me show you something. That was the last 24 hours. So let's go with the last 3 hours. Current going back 3 hours. Right? Let's apply. Let's hit apply. Let's look what this looked like the last 3 hours. So it's 8:25 Eastern Standard Time right now. This time going back 3 hours. Look at the dome, my people. It is being stripped away. What? This is being stripped away. So even when you look at the sun, and I'll be trying to show y'all the GOES X-ray flux, and they show you the M flares and the X flares, right? That is significant, very significant, because those are large bursts of energy hitting the planet at one time. But however, when you see these sunspots, just because they don't release a CME doesn't mean they're not releasing charged particles to the planet. Doesn't mean they're not still releasing that, because there still is, and these particles are bonding with the smallest building unit of your cell, which is an atom, and it is changing that. And every organism on this planet, so-called black people, listen to me. We produce atoms. Just understand. We never had neutrons. Neutrons is something neutrons is made up for us. Just understand that is a blockage there. We are protons or electrons, period. Neutrons hold no charge. Why would you have something that holds no charge whatsoever? That doesn't make any sense, which means it's inactive. The same with these people, inactive. So this is why the entire solar reporting community, nobody uses this instrument right here. You can't explain this energy on the backside of the planet. You can't explain this square. And the way that I am breaking this down for people to see it and come to a better understanding of this is debunking. It is debunking their cognitive dissonance. They're want to deflect the real reasoning on why this is taking place on the planet. This is all this is for. That's all they doing. They don't want to, but they look at this graph amongst themselves and they talk it amongst themselves, but they don't report on it. So now let me move up here to solar wind. Let me move up here. Okay, come on, man. Come on. Pause. So just like I showed you down there on the magnetos pause, the first 24 hours, then I'm going to show you the current last 3 hours going back. So look at this right here. Let's look at how fast the solar wind reached up. You just saw 960, well, 1,300. Whoa! We have received solar wind that reached all the way up to 1,300. Look at it. Here it comes. What? 1,300. So you can put this in. You can put how 1,300 kilometers per second equals how many miles per hour. I'm interested in wanting to know that. So I just did that real quick, my people. 1,300 kilometers per second. Here you go right here. Almost 3 million miles per hour. This is where you get overload. This is where you get acute radiation from. An overload of radiation in a short period of time. And this right here damages your DNA or upgrades your DNA. 1,300 kilometers per second. Wow, that's how fast the solar wind is coming. No wonder why the shields are breaking down the way it is. My people, you can sit here and think this is a game if you want. They know this ain't a game, and they understand what's really taking place on this planet. You better. That's all I gotta tell you. The sun is separating us, and it's only one true blood, and that's sun blood. So as you can see, again, the sun is over here. So that sun is, these arrows are representing solar radiation, gamma radiation, ultraviolet light. This is what these arrows are representing. Should hit the dome, should hit Earth, and travel out into space. However, when you look on the nighttime side of the planet, look at this energy that's coming on the nighttime side of the planet. Look at the arrows reversing back into the planet. So you telling me that we're getting solar radiation at almost 3 million miles per hour, and on top of that, we don't even know how fast the radiation is coming from the backside, whether it's underneath the planet, directly behind us, or over top of us. We don't know how fast that's coming. But you mean to tell me we're getting 2.9 million, almost 3 million miles an hour of solar wind, and at a short period of time? And on the backside of the planet, we still getting doused too with radiation? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. The sun is separating us, and you must have the blood of the sun and awareness of the cosmos in order to move forward in what we call the Great Awakening, the Age of Aquarius, where the truth is more disturbing than the lie. Wow. So let's just look at the last 3 hours of this, and it's slowed down a little bit because it's just giving you the last 3 hours. Oh, wow. Wow, this is the last 3 hours, my people, and I want you to look at the last 3 hours. Look at these numbers over here for the last 3 hours. Huh? Look at these numbers over here for the last 3 hours. We were getting hit overnight. We were getting hit last night, and we waking up getting hit. We waking up getting hit. Paul, what I'm getting ready to play next is for all the complex cell organisms, all the animal DNA blood people, and all the people that wants to walk and move like the people that have animal blood DNA. Listen to this here.
Lying is very powerful because you can manipulate the world with your language, and then you can get what you want lots of times, or escape from things that you don't want. So why not lie all the time? Well, I think the reason is, there's a bunch of reasons, but one of them is that you can't trust yourself if you lie. And there's going to be times in your life where you have no one to turn to except you. And so if you've stuffed yourself full of lies, then you're going to be in a crisis one day, and you're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to decide wrong. And you're going to be in real trouble because you won't have the clarity of mind necessary to make the proper judgment, because you've filled your imagination and your perception with rubbish.
Yeah, see, so my people, you filled your imagination and rubbish with Christmas, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, birthday, the clock, the calendar, religion. You know, you filled yourself up with those lies. Other races of people, the complex cell organism, the animal DNA people, you filled yourself up with the lies that we have the same God, that you were created with a purpose, you know, a good purpose at that. You filled yourself up with lies that the job, the occupation you have is genuine and is righteous, and it wasn't created out of genocide of another group of people. You filled yourself up with lies that you belong on a planet that's not conducive to your genetic makeup, and you're willing to kill to keep that a secret. You filled yourself up with lies that, like, you don't have animal DNA, monkey, muskrat, zebrafish, wolf, dog. You filled yourself up with lies like you're not attracted to animals or little babies and little girls. You filled yourself up with lies that you're not an abuser, that you're not a killer, that you're not a destructive living organism. You filled yourself up with lies that there is someone that's coming out of them clouds that's going to save you from the torture and your own destruction that you have done to yourself, your race, and everyone around you. You filled yourself up with lies that if you drink tea and hug trees and do yoga, that you will become a better species. You filled yourself up with lies that black people can't do nothing without you. You filled yourself up with lies. You filled yourself up with lies. You filled yourself up with lies. And now, what are you going to do when you have to face those lies? abundance and gratitude, dark ages, cannibalism. Don't forget that.
Horse Ra, Amen Ra, here, of the source, with the source, of course. We got more interjected, all in the sky, making all kind of shapes, giving all types of messages. Just gotta sit down and figure them out. All types of entities in the sky, look. I am not black. Raw TV. I am not black.